be where the light is.
Move the mic.
Move the mic. Okay, so I'm semi-prepared, and there's a book, and it's this story is called "I Breathe Your Name," and it's in "Please, Sir." Yeah, please, sir. I believe we've had a "Please, ma'am" too. So. Let me preface this by saying this is a story about a woman named Tess, who might or might not be me, and her perfect lover named Dar, and back to the light, sorry guys. And it starts out with him asking her to go for a run with him, but she just wants to stay in bed. And here's where we go. "Awake now, my lazy pet," he says. "Dar, you really didn't want me to run with you. You know how frustrating it ends up for both of us." "Wouldn't have asked you, Tess, if I didn't want your company," he replies, extending an arm from behind the wall of glass. I walk toward him, and he steps out of the water just far enough to grab me and pull me in. "Dar, no, I'm in my robe," I say, realizing by now that it's a moot point. It's soaked, I'm soaked, and I don't care. He lifts me and presses my back hard against the marble wall, still cool despite the heated water. My legs crossed at the ankles are tight around his waist. His hands are flat against the wall, my fingers interlaced together behind his neck. My chin falls into the hollow of his shoulder, my tongue trailing up to his ear, licking up the plump water droplets that define my path. I feel his cock stiffening against my pelvis, and thoughts of him buried inside me make me nearly feral. I bite harder than I'd planned into his soft earlobe. He doesn't jerk away. He doesn't even move. But he whispers words that I hardly have time to comprehend. "So you want to play rough, Tess?" Before he's pushed me tighter against the wall with his hips. One of his hands guides his cocks. Yes. I told him he was a perfect lover. One of his hands guides his cock into my ready cunt. A deep sigh of relief, of satisfaction is the last sound I make before both his hands are on my neck. Fixing me in his dark gaze, his deep voice speaks softly, nearly drowned out between the dual cascades of water and the pulse beating a steady rhythm in my ears. "You should know by now, Tess. I repay pain with pain." we have a thing. RG and I have a thing. Even as his hand tightens on my throat, I can't take my eyes off his. I'm not sure what I hope to see in his stare. Sometimes he can go so cold that even while his eyes are fixed on mine, I know that he's looking beyond me, looking somewhere into the darkness that resides so close to the edge of his surface civility. And sometimes, like now, I know he's watching me intently to gauge my reaction. And as my breathing gets more and more impaired, as he cuts off my respiration to determine when to stop. My fingers unlace, slide free of one another, desperately clutching at his neck, somewhere in my oxygen-depleted brain. I know I have left deep, crescent-shaped indentations and scratches where I claw at him. I'm terrified. And my mind won't stop shouting, "Not safe. This is not safe. You could die. He would never let you die. No, not safe. Stop." But I have no breath. I can't speak. My communication is limited to what he reads in my eyes and the pressure of my nails on his slick skin. When I have no air at all, each thrust inside me feels even more intense. I know I could come. I feel the muscles in my cunt tightening around him, squeezing his erection as hard as his fingers dig into my neck. The lack of breath, the heat, his stare, the sensation of his cock hitting hard against my cervix. All these combined make me woozy, delirious. I can't breathe. How long has it been? Not safe, not safe, not safe, my brain shrieks. Then his eyes drift from mine for a moment, and his words enter my ear and echo in my head. "My breath will be the first air you taste, bitch. Come now. Come when you feel my lips on yours. Come." Dark brown eyes focus on mine again as his lips meet mine. My muscles pulsate wildly around his cock, squeezing him with a pressure that surpasses his on my throat, or so it seems. My eyelids flutter, my head falling back against the slick marble wall. The tight grip he has on my neck relents, and as I gasp for air, his breath, seeming to have more substance than is possible, enters my mouth and fills my lungs. The return of my air feels like a gift he's bestowed upon me, and with that returned air, my body goes limp, the combination of fear, stress, and orgasm, leaving me too spent to even cling to him any longer. He holds me up for a few moments longer before allowing me to slide down the marble wall, making sure my legs will support me before releasing his hold. Against the wall, as I've been all along, I'm out of the direct spray of the shower head, getting wet from the water that ricochets off Star's body. With my robe open and slipping off his shoulders, I step into the steam, letting the water rain hard upon my upturned face. My sodden robe feels so weighty now that I slide it off my shoulders. Looking up, I see him watching me. Oh God, Dar, I whimper hoarsely, my throat still sore from the pressure. How appropriate that the first word you speak, spoken with my breath, should be God, he says. His face gives away nothing, impassive and utterly calm, as if he's entirely serious, but we both know that any time he refers to himself as God, it will spur my irreverence. Yes, love, I exist solely because of you, for you. I reply with an eye roll any teenage girl would envy.
You're done.
I'm done.